I'm Karina Stone and welcome to your local midweek news and weather segment, only on Yarra Ranges Live TV, brought to you this week from the beautiful Lillydale Lake. In the Ferntree Gully Belgrave Mail this week, a man has been arrested and charged following a house fire at a Ferntree Gully property last Friday. Thankfully, the Veronica Street home was vacant when the fire broke out at 1:30 a.m. on the 18th of January, causing extensive damage to the property and endangering neighbouring residents. When fire crews arrived, the property was engulfed by flames and 7 CFA crews worked for over an hour to get the blaze under control. A 28-year-old man has been charged with criminal damage by fire, reckless conduct endangering life and resisting police. Following the arrest, investigators are asking any witnesses to come forward and contact Crime Stoppers with any information that may assist in their investigations. In the Mountain Views Mail this week, a story of appreciation for a local Seville man who volunteers his time and aircraft for Angel Flight Australia, transporting patients across the state to their medical appointments. Bob Boyd became involved in Angel Flight Australia in 2010 when he decided to combine his passion for flying with his desire to help those in need, and to date has completed 52 free Angel flights for country patients across Victoria. Bob expressed how vitally important the service is, especially for those very sick patients who sometimes require days to travel to an appointment. Bob is known for his humble attitude and says it brings him a great sense of joy to turn such a long and tiring trip for a sick patient into a quick flight, and says he will continue to volunteer for Angel Flight as long as he is able. This week's Mount Evelyn Mail highlights 2 notable RSL milestones. The Mount Evelyn RSL is celebrating its 50th anniversary, while the Lilydale RSL is celebrating its 100th. A celebratory lunch was held last Sunday for club and community members, with guests including local councillor Tim Heenan, MP Tony Smith and Mayor Tony Stevenson. This week in the Ranges Trader Mail, a local knife maker will be opening the doors to his workshop in Mount Dandenong as part of the Dandenong Ranges Open Studios in March this year. Mathieu Deschamps is a Belgian artisan knife maker who specialises in crafting high-quality handmade kitchen knives. He individually forges his own steel blades and crafts beautiful, unique knife handles from a range of different timbers. His little workshop is nestled away in the hills of Mount Dandenong, where he tirelessly works on his craft, sometimes spending between 100 and 200 hours on a single knife. If you would like to see Matt's fine work, his workshop will be open to the public during the Dandenong Ranges Open Studio event on the 30th and 31st of March. And finally, in the Upper Yarra Mail this week, a local hairdresser from Lilydale is setting records in powerlifting after only taking up the sport a year ago. Daeyana Stueber from Woori Yallock found a love for weights after dropping 40 kilograms and realised that she was stronger than she thought. She only began strength training in 2017, but by February 2018 had already competed in her first Australian Powerlifting League competition. Since then, she has been to New Zealand, the Gold Coast, and in November last year made it to Las Vegas, where she won a silver medal in her division and equalled a world record deadlift of 180 kilograms. Given what she's already achieved in only 12 months, there's little doubt Daeyana will continue winning medals and breaking records in her sport.
And what have Yarra Ranges Live TV been up to? Well, we're back for season 3 in 2019, of course, and we got back in the saddle for this new season at the Yarra Valley Rodeo, where our brand new presenter, energetic, dynamic Amy Stanton came on board. We had some fun on horseback there. We also shared with you the Kapow Cup, which was a skydiving championship, which also took place in Yarra Glen. That was very exciting. Also, we went to the Wandin Rotary Custom Car and Bike Show. They're back for season 2019 as well. And we also shared some of the fun at the Hillsville Sanctuary's Summer Festival, of course. It's all part of their school holiday program. Now, be sure to scroll through our video playlist, check out those broadcasts in full. Lots of fun to be had there, of course. Now, back to Karina Stone for your local weather.
Thanks, Pat. And now your 5-day weather forecast for Melbourne, the Yarra Valley and the Dandenong Ranges. In Melbourne today, we will have partly cloudy skies with a top of 27 degrees. Yarra Glen will be warmer with a top of 31 and Mount Dandenong will be partly cloudy with a top of 27 degrees. Northerly winds will be pushing hot air down into Victoria on Thursday, bringing some very hot weather along with it. Melbourne will be hot and sunny with a top of 38 degrees. Yarra Glen will be much the same, also reaching 38. And Mount Dandenong will be slightly cooler but still hot with a max of 35 degrees. Friday will be very hot across the board before the cool change moves through later in the afternoon, with Melbourne and Yarra Glen reaching a scorching top of 41 degrees and Mount Dandenong only slightly cooler with a top of 37. The cool change moving through Friday afternoon will bring some relief from the heat on Saturday, with Melbourne reaching a top of 29 degrees. Yarra Glen will drop 10 degrees down to 31 and Mount Dandenong a top of 27 degrees. The cooler weather will stick around for Sunday with a possible shower in Melbourne and 23 degrees, Yarra Glen with a possible shower as well and a top of 24 degrees, and Mount Dandenong only reaching 21 degrees. That's all for this week's news and weather. I'm Karina Stone, we'll see you next week.
And that's the end of the first hyper-local news program, of course, for 2019, the midweek wrap only on Yarra Ranges Live TV. Thank you very much, Karina Stone, for doing a wonderful job reading the news and the weather segment for us, of course. A big thanks to everyone involved in this week's production. Amy Stanton coming on board with the first live broadcast at the rodeo. Of course, Danny Field, our cameraman extraordinaire for our live broadcast, and also he's the producer for the midweek wrap. So, absolutely. And what have we got coming up this weekend? It's Australia Day, of course, and we're heading up to Mount Evelyn for the Mount Evelyn CFA. They've got a fundraiser taking place up there at Fast Fuel. We're also off to Survival Day in Belgrave on Saturday, and then Saturday afternoon we're off to Yarra Glen for the Yarra Ranges Council Australia Day Awards ceremonies. A special announcement coming up. Be sure to tune in for that one. And as always, I'm Pat Boucher.
I'm Karina Stone.
And we're living and loving and sharing life in the Yarra Valley and the Ranges only on
Yarra Ranges Live TV.
See you next week.